This is Haoran from Japan Advanced Institute of Science and Technology from Japan. This paper is we introduce one device, we call it xClothes. It's try to augment human thermoregulation using the shape changing clothes. And so right now, because of the global warm, the become hotter and hot, it is a very serious problem of the hypothermia. That means that the people will get diseases because of the warm conditions. So this is the data just from Japan. This is from the Fire Disaster Management Agency this years. We can see that the patients suffer from the hypothermia is quite high. It's almost 1 million. It's 1 million, right? It's almost 1 million. And also we can see the age groups of the patients. We can see that it's not only the elders and the youths, the younger people can get sick. Also the adults can get sick. There have many reasons that people can get the hypothermia. So we found that maybe it's have some reasons. First is unaware of the physical conditions. Maybe they have some disability of sensing the conditions around us. Also, maybe because their job they have some special job. For example, some work like this, it is quite hard for them to get off the clothes. So in this paper, we want to how to automatically to change your clothes. This is our first motivation, and this is a work about human augmentation. But still, as we know that most of human augmentation work is about the body augmentation. This is physically. The famous one is from Stilek. Maybe most people know this. This is called third hand. And in Kai and in SIGGRAPH, in different conference, different venues, they have different papers. They have some more fingers, also more armors. Even in recent papers, they have some, they can help you jump, and they can help the robot armors to make you have more abilities to achieve some special goals. But we found that almost this work is just for the physical augmentation. So we would like more focused on the functional augmentation that to help the people to get fit the environment with some temperature and the changing conditions. So here I want to introduce the one paper we presented in last year, Augment Human, that is in Paris. And this is called the rest tail. We propose a tail devices. This tail device have two functions, not only the physical functions, also emotional functions. That means the tail can be performed like a cat. A cat will, when they're happy, they will swag their tails. Yes, in the right bottom, this is in Japanese TV, where this is introduced of our devices. So this is our starter. We should think about the functional augmentation in the human augmentation field. So actually about the shape changing clothes, there are a lot of work to consider about this problem. And for example, in TEI conference, in the Kai and the visit, yes. Most of them, they use SMA, shape memory anoles. This is a device that can to drive your clothes to change your shape. And also there are some use some servo motors, also have some video use the L powers. This is the preview work. But all this work is not for the human augmentations. This is just for to present some information as a input and output. This is a UI. And most similar work to us, this is called biologic. This is from MIT Media Lab in Kai inside the building. And this paper is quite famous. This work is quite famous because they use the NATO cells, right? This is a quite biological things. When the NATO cells feel the humidity changes, the bio cells will open the holes. Right? This is quite a biological thing, but we think that maybe we can control all these holes by chocolate. By chocolate, that means we can to control it individually, and then we can control them parametrically, so as we wish. So this is the difference between our work and the previous works. So our intention, motivation is from this. This is called stomata. Stomata is the hole on the leaf that to exchange the gas. So the hole can open and close. So this is the functions. So we think that can we use this kind of idea of stomata into the clothes? So we can have a hole on the clothes. It can open and close. It depends on the condition of the body state, the human body state. So if we can get that, that means we can adjust the wearing comfort to make it more comfort to wear these clothes. So actually, we have tried different design. Most idea is from architectures. As we know that Haoran is in Olympic Garden Park. This is a device that we can open the holes and also close it. But we found that this is quite this is a very beautiful design, but it's very hard to use it, especially it is if you use it on clothes, it is quite heavy and not so convenient. The second design is the iris diagrams. This is quite a similar idea that for the camera shot. However, in this kind of design, we make the prototype, we found that there are deformation on the petal part, so it is a very difficult to design. Finally, we found the three-hair diagram. Three-hair diagrams means, sorry. Three-hair diagrams means that we can change the shape of the hair just by one string to change all the structure. And this is the design of our structures. So this structure is borrowed from the three-hair diagram, but it's kind of something different. We use it just for personal fabrications. So we use the laser cut to cut all these three parts, and for the revert, we bought it from a shop. And of course, this kind of device is attached to your skin or your body. So we use sponge to make it more comfortable. So if we use this kind of device, so you just will use one string, we can make it close and open the hair. So this is the assembly process. We made it by the laser cut and we assemble it. So the process is not so complex. Just follow the rules. We can get one whole structure. Yes. So the result is like this. This is we do it manually. And if you move one petal, it can open and close the hole. And also, it's not only one hole. You can control two. So maybe in future we can control multiple, as many as you want. So you can control it by the hand. The another issues we consider is about the power. We can manually is not our idea. We want to do it automatically. The first idea we want to use is something in pre-work is SMA. SMA is chip memory analysis. If you use it, you will know that it's quite hot. Because we want to adjust the comfort of the clothes, if it's too hot, we cannot use it. Also, it is very slow to respond the activation. So finally, we use just the white soil mortar, the traditional way. We use the soil mortar to collect the wine and to draw the whole structure. So another thing is that how to decide, how to just decide that it is comfortable or not comfortable. Actually, there are some previous research 30 years ago. They consider about the comfortable data with the temperature, body temperature, and the humidity. They found that actually, as the temperature changes, there are different area, different space for the comfortability. But for simplicity, we just use the data of the 70% of the humidity to adjust. If it is over this, it is uncomfortable. It is below this, it is, means comfortable. This is our idea. So to detect this kind of data, so we use the temperature and the humidity sensors to detect the humidity from the bodies. So this is our drum-assist system. We use the solar motor. This is a common one, MG90S. This is a common one. And also a cheaper sensors is called the AH20. And the microcontroller is Arduino No I3, quite a common one, and also very cheap. So this is a one driver system with one hole. Also, we can use it to drive two holes. It can open and close the holes. So this is the configurations. We use it to on the human bodies. So we have the wire here and also the servo motors and we have the sensors also put on the bodies. And we can see that in the right videos, it can work on the human body. And of course, it's not only one single horse. We can use it for different horses in different status. And we did some user study to compare with the normal clothes. So we asked the participant to running on the treadmill. So we started this kind of experiment. So the experiment procedure is like this. We first ask the participant to take a rest. Then it's running, and then we have 10 minutes to recovery. And then among all these procedures, we ask them about the subject report about their status. So there are different questions. Is for example, about the summer sensation. Did you feel very hot or did you feel very cold? Or did you feel very comfortable or not comfortable? So we ask this subject report. So yes, we only have 5 participants. So the result of our complete user study, we found that first of all, humidity. We found that our device is compared to, if we use our device, we compared to normal clothes, we can build the growth of the humidity. This is a that we can see that after the running, the humidity keep very stable. Another thing is about the temperature. We measure the temperature on the human bodies. We can see that the blue one is the normal clothes, the red one is ours. We found that ours can suppress the increase of the temperature on the clothes. Yes, on different states, rest and running and recovery. Also about the subject evaluations, because we asked the participant about different questions. So we found that especially for the thermal sensations, that is ask the participant, did this feel very hot or not very hot? Also about the comfort. We can see that our data can prove that the participants feel less hot and more comfortable wearing this proposed systems. And about the limitation and the future works. Actually, this is our first prototype design of this idea. Right now, we just have 5 participants. It's don't have sufficient data, we think we should collect more data in future. Another issue is about more designs. Right now, we already design one hull and two hull, but in the future, maybe more hulls. Also, it depends on the people, depend on the user. We can change the numbers and the size and the locations of the hulls. And in this figure, this is just for a joke. Maybe you know the Sultan no Ken. This is a manga in Japan. They have seven hulls on the body, right? Maybe we have the seven hull. This is a seven. This is the style. Yes, this kind of style. Also, we want to do the work about the efficient control on multiple holes. How can we do just that? For example, this is a many hole here, many structure here. How can we control this structure just with one string? So that will be very easy. We just have one solar motor and one string, one wire. So we can control all these four and to make it close and open. Finally, we want to do some real applications. That means in some real scenarios. That means maybe for some working environment, for some elder people, that is real people to really to wear these systems. Right now, we just asked the student, the graduate student, this is just a normal adult. We would like to invite more some people with disabilities. They we want to more user study on this proposed systems. And about the conclusions. So we proposed a retractable hull structure that is inspired by the stomata functions. It can open and close the hulls. Also, we implemented the prototype of the shape-changing clothes. We used the simple sensors and actuators. It's just the servo motors. Finally, this kind of design, we call it xClothes. It can use for the thermoregulation. That means can help you to from change your wear comfortable and to if you feel hot or some feel more humidity, it can open hose, have these kinds of functions. And finally, yes, we thank all these people and thank the grant. We have the project website. So if you are interested in our work, you can scan the QR code here. Yes, that's all. Thank you very much.
Haran, thank you very much for your nice presentation. And dear audience, if you have any questions, please send the questions to Anna or in the chatting room.
Bala?
Yes, Amin.
There is no question in chat room or by email. Can I ask one?
Yeah, I am checking the email.
Okay, so in the meantime, maybe I can ask my question directly to Haoran.
Yeah.
Haoran, I wonder if you have thought about applying those technology to the health domain. For example, we have several pathology with a lot of body agitation, like Parkinson's diseases or people with cerebral palsy, and people cannot achieve their activity of daily life because they are agitated or shaking or not stable. So have you thought about applying all those nice technology in this field?
Yes, definitely. Because the disability and of the health conditions, that is our big applications, especially for elder people and younger people. Of course, always some people have some disease that they cannot work very stable, but it's have different problem, right? It's not only right now we just use whole structure. This is changing the macroclimate. That means the conditions of your wearing. So for special problems, we also focus on these things. Our group is conceived about many kind of human augmented technologies that is for help the people to achieve a good quality of life. Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Haron, I have one question for you.
Yes, thank you.
For your subject, actually, uh, do you have any inclusion criteria for this one? As like as I mean, asked like that. Do you have that any inclusion criteria for that one? There, because there is like for different patients, like in for example, diabetes or something, they will have that palpitation or something. So the temperature regulation will be different. So in the you have used 5 subjects. So you have set any criteria for including this subject?
Sorry, can you repeat your question very shortly?
Yeah. Uh, Actually, you have included 5 subjects, right? So do you have set any inclusion criteria for this one for health conditions? Because some if you order even like a normal healthy subject too, but some people will have that high heart rate, low blood pressure or something. So the temperature will be will be changes between person to person. Did you set
Oh,
any
yeah.
inclusion criteria? Yeah.
Yes, maybe I understand your questions.
Yeah.
Firstly, that our experiment is in the same room, in the same conditions. It's like this. Also, for the people we choose, it's almost they are in the same age and they have the same, we can say similar BMI. So we keep all the subject be in the similar way. Is your answer your questions?
Yeah, thank you for your answer. And I would like to know more about actually like a physiological like a measurement, like a blood pressure, heart rate, or something. These kind of things have you added? Have you considered this one in your study? Because like for example, if you have like for example diabetic patients, their physiological changes, the heart rate will be more high. So the temperature also will be for them will be different compared to the normal healthy people. So the
Yeah,
inclusion criteria, yeah, tell me.
yes, definitely in future we will consider this kind of diversity for different subjects.
There is one more question,
Yes, thank you.
but from some participant, but that was there are a graph of humidity of normal clothing. Did I go over 100 degree? It seems humidity data shows the ceiling effect.
Ceiling effect.
Yes, something in the chat room. There is one question is there.
Uh, uh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the question. If in chat room, maybe I can answer it later.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Then if no more questions, we will go on to the next presenter.